All right, guys, welcome back to the PricePlow's channel. We're talking supplement of the year. Now, last year we had different categories for this. We had a supplement product, which went to Alpha AA. We had our product of the year, which was non-supplemental, which went to the roll-on CBD from SteelFit. This year, we're just talking supplement of the year. We didn't find too much extracurricular stuff for this. So I'm joined today by Mike Roberto, CEO of PricePlow, and Heather Jacques, our digital content manager. And we're going to talk about the supplements that had the most help for us, the most impact, the most innovation, the stuff that really stopped people in their tracks and got them talking. There's a couple different things here. There's some that are probably just to talk about what they did and how much we appreciate it. There's one that I'm just obsessed with. And there's a couple that really did change the industry and make a huge impact. So, Heather, you want to read from the top and we'll get talking from there.
Yeah, so the first one on our list is Glaxon Serenity. The next one is SuperHuman Burn. And then the next one is NutraBio, First Response. And then Core Nutritionals Core Post. And then we'll say Ghost Gamer.
Cool. So let's, so for me, I'm Core Post is probably not the most crazy supplement of the year. It's just something that I found I took a ton of. They sent me a bunch of bottles of it, and we try to downplay about how much free supplements we get because it's kind of a bad look for us. But being very transparent with everyone here, if Mike, Heather, or I finish an entire bottle of something, because you got 20 training days a month, maybe 25 training days a month, and we get how many bottles per month, it's hard to take something consistently due to the job that we have to complete. I finished 3 bottles of Core Post and I am still obsessed with it. The flavors are incredible. The recovery is incredible. The formula is probably over the top. I probably don't even need all of this, but I'm not even sore when I take this stuff. It is so awesome. And I had to give them at least an honorable mention. This is a reformula, a rebrand of previously. Awesome product. Probably just a little bit biased because I'm obsessed with it. But I don't know if you guys even got to use it, or if Mike, if you're familiar with the formula, but this is like obliteration for your DOMs.
Now, I didn't get to use it, but I know you obviously love Core Post. I do think it's very specific for a certain, high-level athlete like yourself, who does really hard, intense strength training, who needs the extra recovery. It's hard for me to give that supplement of the year just because I don't know if everybody would need, like Doug Miller and I think Patrick over there joke, you probably don't even train hard enough to take Core Post. It is a phenomenal product though, and I think the formula is over the top, and I think it's one of their best selling products. I would assume, but it is phenomenal. I didn't get to take it. I just know. I don't know if I would need to either. I don't know if I train hard enough, but
well,
I don't know if Mike has some thoughts on it.
One thing with this category we could say is that we have a pre-workout of the year category. We have a protein of the year category. So it's almost like I want to maybe push SuperHuman Burn and Core Post into those areas or something a little bit more. And I'm kind of looking for something a little bit different, a little bit off the wall here. But any other year, I would be fighting tooth and nail for something like SuperHuman Burn or something here. But I think that this year brought in some special circumstances where we can't even almost have a product of the year, like SteelFit's what is it called? Steel Relief was an awesome product. This year, the product of the year would be whatever home gym equipment you can get your hands on. That's the sad state of affairs here. And that's just kind of what happens. So in terms of, that's why we don't really have product of the year. Kind of a fan of the citrus scrub by Revive MD though, by the way. But in terms of supplement of the year, I'm looking for something that kind of worked with the year as well. Something that it's of the year. And sadly it was of 2020. And so here we are. And that's where I have to give a little bit of more credit to First Response and Serenity, because they catered to the year. And not everyone's gyms are even open. So how can we have this awesome post-workout Core Post thing? A lot of people aren't even able to squat enough weight to make use of it because they got to wear a mask while they're squatting and stuff. And it's absurd, but that's anyway, I just, I think that I want to cater this award to the year at hand. And to me, that moves it more towards talking about a First Response or a Serenity from Glaxon, which really, I think, helped with the year. And this is of the year. So that's kind of my little rant.
So we're pulling SuperHuman Burn here. We're pulling Core Post. The whole sports nutrition innovation thing was just not really the year for that. And I do want to mention, I think Ghost Gamer falls into your category a little bit pretty well. I'm the resident gamer of PricePlow, so I do have to make that argument because of the way that Ghost was able to bring in like thousands and thousands of people who weren't able to, who didn't have a home gym, like you said, because they couldn't get their hands on stuff, couldn't get to their gym. So things like Serenity and Gamer gave people an opportunity to distract themselves from the horrible everything that was going on and try to just enjoy something out of their day. And we have to absolutely give a nod to First Response with what NutraBio did. They didn't sell these products. They gave them away for free to first responders, and they supported their local fire departments, police departments, EMTs, hospitals. Anyone who was any sort of first responder was able to get their hands on these and get themselves a good dose of zinc, copper, vitamin C, and help themselves out. I think that they're pretty strong here for these three. First Response obviously is the noble move here. We have to give them the nod for that. Ghost Gamer was able to bring people together. Glaxon Serenity for me was a really strong category because it was a new category. Gamer, like G Fuel was already a thing. So Ghost Gamer, as awesome it was to see a fully dosed gamer supplement, though Mike will say it wasn't the first one. I do have to
Advanced.gg. Got to go with that
they were
one.
the first. And First Response is an immune supplement, which already exists, although it was catered to a specific demographic. Glaxon Serenity came out with a product that was not really, I mean, I guess you could say cortisol products were already out there, but a product to help lower the stress in people's bodies. And I know I used a ton of it. I know a lot of other people that used a ton of it. These three for me are pretty evenly split. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards Glaxon and Serenity and Ghost Gamer just because they were experiences for people that help them deal with things. What do you guys think?
I think let's just say if it was between, you talked about Core Post and you're like, well, I barely ever finish a supplement all the way. And I think Ghost Gamer is one of those supplements I take on a regular basis. I know I'm not a gamer. I just think it's a really good productivity supplement for me. Helps me focus, gives me good energy. I even sometimes take it pre-workout and stack it with a pump product. So all of those things, I think it's just a well-rounded supplement. I know it's called Gamer, and I'm really proud of what they did with just bringing gaming supplements, making them even more popular. I know they're not the first clinically dosed, but it was an epic formula. And I think they really did some big things with that in terms of partnering with Exet, doing some really cool things on that side of bringing licensed flavors to the market, all of that stuff. Glaxon Serenity, though, on the other hand, is who couldn't benefit from that supplement almost any time? Like everybody's under stress, and stress can negatively affect your goals, whether you want to lose weight, build muscle, be healthier. I mean, it really, and it's powerful. I remember taking one capsule and being like, I swear I have no cortisol in my body now. Like, it's definitely an awesome supplement. And that's really hard to compare those two because they're both very beneficial. I tend to use Gamer more often though, to be honest, just on a daily basis. Whereas Serenity, if I'm really, really feeling stressed out, then yeah, I'll use Serenity. It's kind of like my secret weapon in terms of stress, but I'll let Mike chime in here.
Yeah. So I mentioned this in the beginning intro video, audio, whatever we did in the beginning. Like, I have friends asking me, what can I take to not yell at my kids as much? And it's Serenity is what I'm suggesting. And it's like any other year, I'd be like, dude, like, screw you, go meditate, go swim, go work out and sleep better, and eat right and all that. This year's a different situation where I'm not against giving a little bit of like a pharmaceutical suggestion, and it's not pharmaceutical, but it's like supplemental. And any other year I'd laugh at what I'm saying here, but here I understand what's happening, and I understand having a toddler at home, and I don't have to yell at ours, thankfully, because I have a pleasant girl, but I understand when I see the neighborhood boys being crazy and breaking their heads on mailboxes and stuff. Like, I understand you need some Serenity. And for that reason, for 2020, I do think that I've never recommended a supplement like that to other people, but to me, it's the supplement of the year. It's 2020. And a Serenity has to be that supplement of the year for me. 2019, 2021, put out that same formula and I'll be like, no, go meditate. This year, maybe not. And so, and I'll still tell you to meditate or whatever it is, but you know what I'm saying? Like people need that help. People need to calm down and relax. And like, we're going to get through this and everything. And if it takes a couple supplemental ingredients to help just get you into tomorrow, then that's a great thing. I think we could, you know, Gamer's great. And I've probably used more Gamer, but same as Heather, but it's like, did it have that impact? I would say that Serenity got us more thanks than Gamer. There's other gaming supplements out there that are nearly as good. There's nothing out there that gets the raves of chillaxation than Serenity does in the year 2020. So that I know we talk about Glaxon a lot, and it's oftentimes my job to pull you two back from making this into the Glaxon and Ghost show. But here we are again. They're the two companies that are just like doing things that are great. And if I could suggest this supplement to my 40-year-old buddy who has nothing to do with sports nutrition, then I think that's a great win for our industry, especially this year.
Yeah, I think a big thing, because you are right, during the day-to-day processes, we have to make sure that we're keeping ourselves in check and showing the spotlight on different people. When it comes to the end of the year, though, and we take all of the things into account, it's hard to not give a lot of this stuff to Ghost and Glaxon, right? Day to day, when we're making sure to report on the industry and give you know all the information, everything, absolutely. But when it comes to the end of all of this, I can't thank anyone for things like that, like other than Ghost and Glaxon this year. Like when it comes to how did these companies better our lives in 2020, because we work in an industry that is very unlike other industries where, Mike, you've made this point a few times. The main goal is to enhance the lifestyles of the people in it. And in 2020, that wasn't a lot of muscle growth and fat burning. It was a lot of dealing with the stress of the world. And Gamer and Serenity both did that really well. But I think that we have to give it to Serenity in 2020 for being the product that helped the people the most, the supplement that helped people the most. It has to be Serenity, in my opinion.
I agree with that for sure.
I agree.
Cool.
And I think in terms of like quote unquote products, we'll also get into some stuff with functional foods. That was all fun, but like we can get by without our coffees and protein balls and crispy wafers and all that stuff. I think Serenity made the impact, at least in some small crucial areas. And we've heard the immunity thing to death. So maybe that's like something we should have talked about a little bit here, but it keeps coming back to like my buddies asking me literally, how do I yell at my kids less? Like, oh my God, we are at that point. And so that's the supplement that was recommended. I just keep thinking of that scenario. It's hilarious.
Awesome. Well, congrats, Glaxon. This is their third accolade for 2020. Breakout brand of the year, supplement of the year, and pre-workout of the year.
Jeez.
So yeah, I think it's time for you to pull us back, Mike.
I know. Okay, the Ghost show is over. Let's talk a little bit about NutraBio. I will say, for a lot of these immunity supplements came out, and I don't think any of them hit it out of the park. I am happy with if you want to talk about supplement year and making an impact. Okay, immunity is a big deal. I don't want to make claims and do all this stuff. No one knocked it out of the park with one single supplement to do everything that I want to do for immunity. And what I'm talking about is everyone's got zinc, and we love the tracks, zinc bisglycinate, high bioavailability zinc, but it's important to mix it with an ionophore. And in my opinion, quercetin and green tea extract are the two supplemental ingredients, maybe some stuff that you can find with quinine in it. But quercetin is and green tea extract are the two supplemental ingredients that can help drive the zinc in. And no one that I'm totally aware of put them all together. And the closest thing I will say is the NutraBio immune and lung stack. And even that doesn't have the green tea extract, but it does have the quercetin on one end and it does have the zinc on the other end. It's two supplements. I want to see it all in one. And it's like almost like maybe I'll make a little Formulator's Corner video where I'll put together my immunity stack and not make any claims, just say, here's what I take. But it's like from 3 different supplements. If we had like an all-in-one and one supplement, then I'd have an argument for the immunity stuff. Until then, I'm happy with Serenity. It's keeping people chillax until we can get through this. And I'm not gonna say anymore.
Well, I'm gonna say don't sleep on ArcImmune, Mike, but I totally agree with you. I totally agree. I think it's been a great year for a lot of these people. Everyone attacked 2020 in their own way. we're just kind of giving it from our own, I guess, some sort of moral standpoint here, that we think the supplement of the year needs to go this direction. But I think the consumer won in a lot of different ways. So thanks to everyone who's done their jobs. But congratulations to Glaxon for releasing Serenity and helping us out so much to deal with our day-to-day stress, whether it's children or your job or whatever it may be. It was most appreciated. So if you are watching on YouTube, check out the next episode coming up where we talk about the flavor system of the year, non-protein. If you are on the audio feed, just wait around a couple seconds and we'll be moving on soon.
Yeah, drop some comments on YouTube. I know this one deserves a lot of comments.
Yeah, for sure.